metal road, only a stone's throw away. It feels so far now, and I can't sleep, doubting if that road will ever carry me. But oh, what went wrong? Is it the world, or is it me?
Hi, I'm Aya Lawhorn. Thanks for joining us on Harmony on Tap. I'm here at the Deloro Music Studios with Slackjaw Jezebel.
Hi, how you doing?
That was a mouthful. Say that 3 times really fast. Slackjaw Jezebel.
Unique New York, unique.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it either.
Unique New York. Unique New York. How about you guys introduce yourselves? We'll start with you.
My name's Josh Higgins. I'm the drummer.
I am Tyler, the bass player, somewhat.
I'm Steven, I'm the singer.
And I'm Matt B. I guess that leaves guitar.
Where are you guys from originally?
I'm from LA. We're kind of all over Southern California, except for the blind guy over there, Matt. He's from Northern California. Steve is from, I believe,
LA.
Lancaster, LA area.
Yeah.
And Tyler's from Orange County, and I've lived anywhere from San Diego on up to Palm Springs.
So you guys are original Californians.
Yeah,
Yes.
original. Born and bred.
Born and bred. How did you guys all meet?
Guess
Well,
I'll start
that was
with
a...
It's
I touched a sore subject.
No, it's a long story, but
Serious.
I started the band a couple years before Matt joined. I met Matt on the internet. We actually, was it Starbucks or Coffee Bean?
Match.com? No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a...
Sorry.
Harmony.
Different ad, different.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't you.
You're compatible on 5 levels.
You look like that girl.
5 levels of compatibility.
That was it. And it was done.
No, yeah. I totally. We met on. Well, he called me off an ad I had online at for like Music Connection or something.
I think so.
And I didn't tell him I was blind or anything. So when he came to Coffee Bean, he totally walked right by me. I heard him order his drink, and I was like, "I'll bet that's him." And he goes outside, and I called him up after a minute because I told him exactly where I was going to be sitting, and then like figured, oh, he probably didn't think that he'd be meeting a blind guy. So I called him and was like, "Hey, where are you?" And he's like, "I'm here." I'm like, okay. So am I. I'm right where I said I'd be. So I walked out and met him, and then the rest of the story happened.
Yeah.
That's just history.
The rest is history. So you two met first, and then you two...
Well, Josh and I.
Yeah,
Okay.
Maddie and
Okay.
I, we played together in other cover bands and stuff like that, and we'd been friends for quite a few years before that.
6 years.
5,
something
6
like
years before
yeah.
that.
Okay.
So he pulled me into the project. I got to hear the music, and we got to write a couple songs all together as a group, and it, you know.
And I knew Tyler, and
Yeah.
eventually brought him into the picture.
Well, Matt and I work at the same music store he teaches, and I work behind the counter. So I just
we
kind
don't
of
work. We're rock stars. What are you talking about?
Well,
What are you talking
by
about?
work I mean hang out, casually, maybe get paid sometimes.
Every now and then, make some
Nothing
conversation.
official, yeah. But so I just kind of, asked him if he knew of any gigs or anything going on, because I was looking for somewhere to play, and he just offered, oh, why don't you come jam with us, and did that, and it was, it was cool.
And then we made Rhythm Section Love.
Yeah.
And
That
it was
was the
love
first
at
time.
first sight all together.
And we did it without eHarmony.
Yes.
You automatically knew there was compatibility
Yeah.
on
I think
past
we're
the
6
5
levels. They're 5 levels, we're 6 levels.
We're good 6.
Yeah.
The name of your band, Slackjaw Jezebel, did that come from Government Mule's song? Where did that come from?
Actually, you're the first to get it in a long, long time, but yeah.
Ding, ding, ding!
Nice.
We were sitting on a rehearsal. We had a bunch of names that we were throwing out there, and we were actually listening to Deja Voodoo playing on the radio. And the guitar player at the time, a friend of mine from Pittsburgh, Joel, suggested the name, and it just kind of stuck since then.
I was about to ask why, but it just stuck.
Yeah,
It did.
I love the name too. It's rock and roll. you know.
Yeah. The
Presents
harder
images.
to pronounce, the better.
I'm about to say it does. Slackjaw and Jezebel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what is that all about? Rednecks. What about jaws slacking?
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
What? I'll start with you. What inspired you to get into music?
Well, I'm the drummer, so I like to hit things. which is
He's not a
I hear that often.
not a musician.
Most drummers like to
I'm not
hit
really a
bang
musician.
things.
Yeah, I'm not really a musician. I just I've got a lot of anger issues.
He's an angry drummer.
No, the camaraderie I think is the biggest thing. I mean, obviously, I tried it randomly, and next thing you know,
But you grew up playing music
my
too.
dad was he was a drummer. My mom, she played piano, so
So you were
it just
definitely
kind of
influenced by your parents.
yeah, it definitely had a big role. But I'd say camaraderie kind of helped me there or kept me there. So it's a good way to meet friends.
We hate him.
6 levels.
6 levels. You're gonna keep throwing that in there. 6 levels, guys. How about you, Tyler?
For me, I was probably about 16, and I was always really interested in drums or like percussion instruments.
Did you want to be
and
an angry
I
drummer?
wanted to be an angry drummer. I really wanted to hit things.
He's way
you
too
know.
happy.
Yeah. I got over it with bass, that was my therapy. But, I tried to beg my mom to help me buy a drum set and find a place to put it, and she had a small house and it wasn't happening, so I convinced her that a bass would be a lot quieter, because, you can use headphones, even though I didn't, but, you could.
At that point, it's too late.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool because I had a friend who played guitar and a friend who played drums, so they needed a bass player, and it was kind of, all right, I just fell into it, sort of, and I think that's about how I got started, and it was only later that I found out that I actually had relatives who were musicians, because my mom, I think, played clarinet in high school, but I found out I had a grandma who was like a ragtime pianist that traveled around with all sorts of jazz
neat.
bands, and I had no idea that was like her past life, and it was...
Was that your crazy Croatian grandma?
No, that was the other side.
Because that would be even cooler.
No, those are the weird polka people.
Did she show you pictures?
No, I haven't seen pictures because it was my mom has pictures somewhere and she hasn't found them, and she told me that she would someday, and I don't know. I mean, it would be really cool. I'd wear a T-shirt with that blown up on it.
That would be.
Yeah.
And a big, this is my
This is
You're
grandma.
like, I'm going with my grandma. She'd
I
be
love
proud of
you,
you
Grandma.
too if you wore that.
Yeah. And so now we move on to Steven here.
You see how it worked? And he was like, I'm done talking about myself.
You passed the hosting on. We introduced you.
I don't remember what got me inspired to do music. I kind of been writing lyrics and poems since I was 6 years old, uncontrollably.
Haiku.
Maybe you wanted to be a poet growing up.
But I remember when I decided I wanted to do it, I was listening to the Squeeze, an 8-track in my parents' band conversion.
Wow.
And I was rocking
By the
out.
way, Steve is 300 years old.
He ages very well. He's had a lot of Botox done, can you tell?
8 tracks.
8 tracks. What are those? But it's a big, long band. I used to run up and down and dance and sing along to it, and I think it's since that age I've been wanting to do this.
You just knew.
I just knew. Yeah.
How about you, Matt?
I grew up playing piano, loved it, and when I got to high school, my mom was dating this guy who had a kid who was a year younger than me, and we were really good buddies. And
You guys didn't beat each other up?
no, actually, we would have been the best stepbrothers ever. Yeah, he was really a cool kid. But we started listening to like hard rock and stuff back then. We were like, wow, it'd be so cool to be in a band. And like, I was like, he was like, yeah, I want to play drums. I was like, wait a minute, I want to play drums. No.
Once again, he wanted to become an angry drummer.
Yeah,
All
yeah, I
everybody
wanted
is
to
an
play
angry drummer.
It's lucky because I got rhythm. No, but yeah, and then I ended up going down on this high school trip to Mexico to build houses for people who had lost theirs in some floods. And so when we were down there, one of the teachers had a guitar. Actually, and before this happened, I thought, wow, maybe it wouldn't be a bad thing to be a guitarist. And the first riff that popped into my mind was Soul Sound.